What's up, besties? It's your girl Elaine Michelle, and I'm back with another video. This is going to be part 2 of the planning series, and basically I'm walking you through my whole entire process of how I plan. So the previous video, I just showed you how I organize my plans or my to-do list so that it's most effective, and now I'm going to show you how I even take that a step further with my planning process. So now I have what videos I need to get done, what I need to do for my brand, any personal things that have to go down, my retreat things that I'm working on in Etsy. Now again, you may have a lot of things that work and focus on your home. These are just my focuses at the moment that I have to make sure I am straight on. So what I would do now is kind of go through and see what things I can put together and make them be on one day, or you know, switch it up throughout the week or whatever. So what I would be doing, creating a standard custom listing. This definitely can be done in one day. Posting to the shop Instagram, that can be done in one day. That's not a hard task. So what I do is I actually color code my tasks. So I like to color code my tasks as I get ready to put them in there. This is a step you don't have to do, but I'm definitely just showing you some, you know, extra ways to get extra organized, or even to start out with that it makes sense to you to do. So let me show you what I have come up with that helps me. So right next to each one, it'll be a level of importance. So let's see, we'll do pink will be a level 1, and this is high priority. Okay, and this is gonna bug me that these colors are not in any order. Okay, and then we'll do purple would be a level 2, and this is medium. And then let's use this baby blue so we can be different. And then we have a level 3, and this is low. So by this, I just mean that these are items that have to get done this week. These are items that have to get, well, let me say this, let me go back. So level 1 are items that have to get done on a particular day, and it has to get done this week regardless. Level 2 are going to be the things that can get done this week, but the day can fluctuate. And I'll go into this process a little bit more and explain how I, you know, think about that. And then level 3 is my low priority item. So those are things that like I can literally like move to next week. Like if I'm thinking about doing summer cleaning or whatever, like that's not a pressing thing that has to get done. It can definitely move into next week. Not that I need to like let it go on and drag on for weeks, but it is something that can, you know, be moved forward. So if down here you say you need to do 3 loads of laundry, you know that you have a big event coming up, so you need to pack your clothes, you know, that's something that needs to get done within the week, and you set a day for it. So some low priority things, and I'll call these low priority right now only because I'm just kind of like stepping into it, but it really isn't like a low priority thing. But it would be my IG stuff. That's like a low priority. Like if I don't get it done, it's not gonna make or break anything at this moment. So I'm just gonna put those there for level 3. Those are my make or break items. And actually this hotel check, I have until I actually have till the end of July that I personally schedule with myself to get it done. But if I can call them a little bit earlier, I will. So I'm going ahead and marking those with my low priorities. No real days that I need to do this. All right, so then we'll go in with my mediums, and most of these are actually going to be my videos because I don't have specific days that I need to get them done, but I just need to get them done at some point in time this week. So I'm gonna do that. Okay, my intro to my podcast, that one actually does have a date. My podcast interview here, this one had a date, so I'll leave that one. And let's see, all of these have dates. Committee meeting, I'm gonna put high because we know we need to get what that. You know what? Let's do this. I'm gonna say it's a high and it's also a medium because I don't necessarily have to have this meeting this week, but it would be so much better if we actually could all get together and have this meeting. So I'm just gonna mark that one just like that. Create a standard custom listing, that needs to be done at least by the end of the week. So yeah, we're gonna leave that one there. So mostly my medium things are ones that I can like push to the side or whatever. Now the goal would be for me not to overbook myself, right? That's why we're doing these. So swag letters out, that would definitely be a high priority, and follow up with vendors, that's a high priority for this week. My intro to my podcast, that is, and I actually need to have this done by Monday. And my podcast interview, I have one on Monday as well, so I can go ahead and put those on there. And then this one is on Thursday. Okay, so since I already know those, my swag letters need to go out on Monday, so I'll put Monday over here. And follow up with vendors needs to be Wednesday. That's just a good day to contact people, so that's why I like doing that. And creating my standard custom listing needs to happen by Tuesday, because people have been asking questions, and I hate leaving customers without getting their answers. So we already know that this one is a high priority because they have to be gone to, and that's kind of where we are with our week. So now I can kind of streamline where I want to stick things at in my weekly schedule. So I would take this now, and I'm literally just, again, I'm just walking you through the process of how my mind thinks and how I plan things out to be most effective and most beneficial. So now that I've literally listed out what days these need to go on, I can kind of see what all I have going on. So you can either stay right here on this page, or you can kind of turn it over and do one of these. Let me show you exactly what I'm saying. So I sometimes do a mock plan. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. This is kind of like where the pre-planning stuff comes in. Thursday, and then Friday, and Saturday. Okay, and then we'll put Sunday here in the middle. Okay, so this is where most people probably start with their pre-planning. This is just a step above that. Okay, it's above me now. It's just a step above that to kind of show you exactly where things need to go. So already I know I have an intro to my podcast and a podcast interview on Monday, and swag letters on Monday that have to get done. So I would put, you can either write with that color pen if you want to. That's actually not a bad idea. You can write with that color pen, or you can just write with your regular pen. So I would just put in podcast interview and podcast intro. Now a lot of people will be like, well, why don't you just write podcast interview and podcast intro? Well, for me, I need to make sure that I know that these are two separate things, and so when I'm working on one, you know, I can check that one off, and maybe I don't get to this one, you know, that way I'm not checking off one thing and completely not doing that. So we have our swag, okay, so I would just go through and literally do this for all of these categories. Create custom order listing. That's something that has to get done. And then on this day, I know, like, my outside things, I also have Zumba at 7, and so that lets me know if there was anything that needed to get planned. Zumba is at 7 o'clock, kickboxing is at 6. I don't want to plan anything else around there. On Wednesday, I have follow up with vendors. Okay, and then I also have church. So I'm usually booked up from about 6:30 to 9:30 because we usually have rehearsal or something else, a meeting or something else going on. So I put that there just so that I can block off that time and I know what I have going on. And then on Thursday, I also have a podcast interview. And then I have, oh, we forgot, look, on Tuesday we forgot about our derm appointment, and that's at 11:45. Okay, then on Thursday we have our podcast interview, and then we also have a coffee chat at 1. So we will put that there. Something is going on Saturday that I think I signed up for. I can't remember. I can't remember what Saturday I have going on, but there's something going on Saturday that I should have wrote down and I did not. So that's a thing. Trying to see what else, and that's pretty much it. So now I wrote down all the important things, and I could go in here at the bottom and just write down like Monday I'm gonna do planner video, whatever. Tuesday I'm gonna do my no by July. Wednesday I'd be doing paycheck to paycheck or whatever. Like, this is what I would be writing down for my videos, and then I go in and see, okay, so now I'm at the point where I've got these 3 things here. I don't want to overcrowd myself, because along with this I still have a full-time job. So I still work from 9 to 5:30, well, 9 to 5, 5:30-ish, and then I have work to do. I have orders and things like that. So Monday we know for sure that we had some orders. So those are things that had to get done. And then we also will have probably some orders on Wednesday as well. Work on some orders then. I try to get things done on Mondays because Tuesdays are really hectic. By the time I get home, I'm tired, right? So those are things I think about. I don't want to overcrowd myself with actual like working work, because I don't get home till late, and it doesn't make sense for me to put something there and try to cram it in and then I'm already tired. So when we talk about planning, this is like it seems like a whole lot, but I promise you, once you get into doing stuff like this, you will really find yourself being more mindful of your time and actually being effective with your planning. So on Wednesday, I know I have church from 6:30 to 9:30, so I really can't do too much, but I'm not tired because I'm not doing like physical exercise or anything. It's just church. So I usually come home and work on some orders, or I go to bed as soon as I get home and I wake up on Thursday morning and work on orders. So this is actually a pretty good day because it's just a follow-up with vendors, which I can do from my phone. I can do on lunch, whatever. This is the podcast interview and the coffee chat at 1. So this means my lunch hour, I'm actually going to be doing some like quote unquote work. So if I was to have any orders that I got done on Wednesday and drop them off, I would need to make sure that those were completed before I go here, because that means I need to go to the post office on my lunch as well. So those are things that we don't think about a lot, but I have to think like this because my day is like so crazy. Not to mention, if my son decides he doesn't want me to do anything, then I have to redo and rethink and replan and all of that. But this also helps me see what days I could use some help on, as far as like, okay, well, I'll let Bubba go with his uncle or his grandparents on this day because this will be a busier day for me. I have lots of stuff to do and I'll be tired, so that's a good day for me to have him go with them. So I hope I'm making sense for you guys as far as like how I lay out my plans, and then this helps you get into the actual putting together your spreads and things like that. But I feel like sometimes we just go into like trying to put down stickers and then we don't have an actual plan or a purpose to that plan. And it's so important that you do things like that, like this, and really think through your days. And as you start to do this more often, like I already know most Wednesdays and Tuesdays I don't get a whole lot of work done. Even if I come home, if I have a whole bunch of orders, I'll do something. If I have a light video I can edit or something, I'll do that. But I try not to do anything on these 2 days because they're so packed, and I'm not making it home until roughly about 9 o'clock, and that is a lot of stress on myself. So now that I know that, I don't plan for those days to have any tasks. As you can see, I'm just got some orders down on here that can be changed, and then over here I'm just creating a custom listing, but everything else are things that I have to do. So I hope that this was very helpful and this made sense. Make sure, if you haven't watched the first video of where I got all of this stuff from and how I kind of like made this shape, then make sure you go back and watch that video, and stay tuned because I'm gonna have my how to do a planner spread video coming up. Mwah! KK, bye.